Members of the audience, please rise to greet and welcome the dignitaries of SLIIT. Please be seated. Mahatma Gandhi once said, "Live as you were to die tomorrow. Learn as you were to live forever." Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon and welcome to SLIIT, the pioneer and the largest degree awarding institute in Sri Lanka. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome you all to the inauguration ceremony of the year 2024 as the first day of a worthy investment you have made to enrich your life. To start off today's proceedings, I would like to cordially invite Professor Nima Rajpaksha, Senior Deputy Vice Chancellor and Provost of SLIIT, to welcome and address the gathering. Professor Nima Rajpaksha served 4 Canadian research universities over 35 years before joining the Sri Lanka Institute of Information Technology in September 2019. He is currently the Senior Deputy Vice Chancellor and Provost of SLIIT. He served as Vice President, Research and International of Carleton University, Dean and the Dean of Faculty of Applied Sciences at Simon Fraser University. He also held department headships at University of British Columbia and University of Manitoba. Professor Rajpaksha is ranked among the top 100,000 researchers across all fields based on the Scopus database. He's a fellow of the Canadian Academy of Engineering and the National Academy of Sciences of Sri Lanka. He serves on the editorial board of 5 international journals. Sir, you're cordially invited to address the gathering.
Good afternoon, everyone. Professor Nuwan Kodagoda, Pro Vice Chancellor, Faculty of Computing. Professor Suren Peter, Dean, SLIIT Business School. Mr. Chaminda Bandara, Chief Technology Officer and Acting Chief Academic Affairs Officer. Professors, department heads, directors, and members of SLIIT staff. Dear students and parents, on behalf of Professor Lakshman Ratnayaka, Chairman and Chancellor of SLIIT, and Professor Lalit Gamage, Vice Chancellor of SLIIT, I extend a very warm welcome to you. We are delighted that you have chosen SLIIT as the place for your undergraduate study. We know that there are many other choices you have, and needless to say, you have made the wise choice. Now, this is the 3rd intake of students that we are taking for this year. We took 1 intake in February, March time, not in all faculties. and then also a major intake in May. And this is the intake we are taking after the release of the A-level results. And we have close to 2,000 students who will be joining SLIIT. Now, one of the most important things, or one of the positive things about our student community is actually we draw students from all corners of Sri Lanka. We have students representing all ethnicities, different religions, different socio-economic backgrounds, and we think that diversity in our student population is a very important element in terms of pursuing excellence. So we welcome all of you from many different corners of the Sri Lanka, and we hope that SLIIT will be a true home for you over the next 4 years and so on. Now let me show you a little bit of a couple of slides about SLIIT. So as I mentioned, Professor Ratnayaka is the Chancellor and Chairman, and he is a distinguished engineer. He was the Dean of the University of Moratuwa Faculty of Engineering, and he also served as the Vice Chair of the University Grants Commission, and he was also served as the President of the Institution of Engineers of Sri Lanka. Professor SLIIT Gamage is the founder of this institute and serves as the Vice Chancellor. He's a graduate of University of Moratuwa in Electronic Engineering, and he contributed a lot to the development of the IT industry of Sri Lanka. He served as also the chairman of the Information and Communication Technology Agency of Sri Lanka. He's currently an affiliated professor of the University of British Columbia in Canada. Myself, and then Professor Saman Halgamuge is the visiting Deputy Vice Chancellor for Research, Innovation and Global Engagement. He's from the University of Melbourne. We have Professor Rahul Athalage. He's unfortunately not here today due to another commitment. He's the Pro Vice Chancellor Academic. And we have Professor Samantha Telijjagoda, Pro Vice Chancellor, Research and International, and Professor Nuwan Kodagoda. He's the Pro Vice Chancellor for the Faculty of Computing. The deans at SLIIT are shown here. Professor Pradeep Abegunawardena is the Dean of the Faculty of Computing. By the way, our Faculty of Computing is the largest faculty anywhere in Sri Lanka amongst the entire university system. So we have a Pro Vice Chancellor as well as a Dean because of the large number of students that are registered in the faculty. Professor Suren Peter is here. He is the Dean of the SLIIT Business School. And Dr. Malita Vijayasundara is the Dean of the Faculty of Humanities and Sciences. Professor Ayantha Gomez is the Dean of the Faculty of Engineering. Professor Colin Pires is the Dean, Academic Development and Quality Assurance. Professor Lalit De Silva is the Head of School of Architecture. We have 3 chief officers at SLIIT. They are Mr. Chaminda Bandara, who is the Chief Technology Officer. He is also currently the Acting Chief Academic Affairs Officer. Mr. Udita Gamage is the Chief Student Services and Outreach Officer, and Mr. Niraj Buthukoda is the Chief Financial Officer. I would also like to introduce Mrs. Pushpamala. She's our librarian, because library is a very important thing in your studies. This is the vision and mission of SLIIT. I'm not going to read this. I'm pretty sure that all of you have looked at it when you decided to apply for SLIIT. Here are some stats about SLIIT. We started 25 years ago, 1999, with about 400 students. We have had a phenomenal growth, you can see here, to 25,000 students today. And we have graduated more than 40,000 students from SLIIT over the past 25 years. Today, we are considered among the top 200 universities in South Asia, and we are also in the 6th position in Sri Lanka in terms of the Times Higher Education Impact Ranking. SCImago is an international research ranking, and it considers actually the research publications of the professors in universities around the world. And there we are ranked number 5 in Sri Lanka, considering all the universities, including the state universities. Obviously, with all those credentials, we are considered actually the undisputed leader in the non-state higher education system, having the largest number of students, the most comprehensive programs, and a very vibrant research environment, and so on. Here are some information about our institution. We offer more than 75 degrees. Some of these degrees are actually with foreign partner universities, but we also have local degrees, or degrees that are actually offered by SLIIT. But all our degrees are actually recognized or accredited by the Ministry of Education. In addition to that, we are a member of the Association of Commonwealth Universities and also a member of the International Association of Universities. Our computing program is the only program in Sri Lanka that is accredited by the Institution of Engineering and Technology of UK. And none of the other programs offered in Sri Lanka have that recognition. So that allows you to actually register as a member or a chartered member of IET after obtaining the required years of work experience. Our computing program is also accredited by the Computer Society of Sri Lanka. Our engineering program offered with the Curtin University in Australia has the full accreditation from the Engineers Australia. 98% of our graduates find employment within 6 months of the graduation, and we have over 50 industry and university partnerships. We are also the only non-state university to receive recognition from the Institution of Engineering Sri Lanka. Last year, we received recognition for our civil engineering and mechanical engineering programs from the IESL. We are in the process of actually getting that recognition, applying for it for the electrical engineering program. Since some of you plan to study in the School of Business, I should mention that we are also a member of the AACSP, which is the most prestigious accreditation organization for business education. And in fact, we are in the path towards obtaining the full accreditation from AACSB. We will be submitting our application before the end of this year. Our programs in architecture have the accreditation from the Royal Institute of British Architects. SLIIT is a national university. In other words, we have campuses and centers across the country. Here at Mala Bay, we have the largest campus. We offer most of our programs from Mala Bay, and you will find excellent student facilities, infrastructure, and so on to support your studies here. We opened a brand new university in Pallekele, Kandy last year, where we also have residential facilities. And we have an inauguration happening there also this week, parallel to this. So we have started actually accepting students and offering courses in Kandy. We started a university in Jaffna, and this is going to be expanded into a complete university within the next couple of years. And we have a Canadian investor actually who is supporting us in that expansion. We have a metro campus, that is where SLIIT started about 25 years ago. And we have a center in Mathara, Kurunagala, and then we have a dedicated campus for Curtin University programs at Navammawatha in Colombo. This is a very important slide because it talks about our students. In 2023, a team from SLIIT became the Asian champions for the Microsoft Imagine Cup. This is a very prestigious international competition organized by Microsoft for all universities in the world. And there are 4 regions that Microsoft considers, and for each region there is a champion. And those 4 champions get invited to the Microsoft head office in Seattle in the United States to go to the final competition, and you will also get a chance to meet actually the CEO and the senior management of Microsoft. In 2023, a team of students from SLIIT had the honor of winning the Asian Championship and then going to the Microsoft head office headquarters to participate in the competition. Now, last year also, a team from SLIIT, in fact, the institution to get selected as world semifinalist in the Microsoft Imagine Cup 2024. So now here you have a challenge. We hope that a few students or a team from here in another 3 to 4 years will bring the opportunity for SLIIT to win the cup. And that will be a major achievement for Sri Lanka and the IT education in Sri Lanka. So think about that very seriously. At SLIIT, we also actually encourage students to do more than studies. In other words, we encourage you to participate in co-curricular and extracurricular activities also. And some of you may have some excellent talents that we want you to actually contribute that way too. And for some of you who have not participated before, this is a good opportunity to come and participate in extracurricular activities because we have so many opportunities. And here are some of our students. Galina Basnayaka is a silver medalist at the 4th Asian Para Games in China. Kyle Abesinghe and Anusara are Sri Lanka national swimmers. So these are opportunities for you also, right, to excel in these spheres. And as I mentioned, we are very proud of our graduates. And I just want to show 4. We have many of these, but just to give you some examples, Mr. Sandung Hapugoda is actually the country manager for Sri Lanka and Maldives for MasterCard. Dr. Upendra Piris is the CEO of Orel IT, one of the leading IT companies in Sri Lanka. Professor Sampath Jayalat is currently a professor in the Department of Electrical Engineering at the University of Cape Town, South Africa. And Mr. Chamira Jayasinghe, you may have seen some newspaper articles also about him. He is the founder and CEO of Arimac, again another leading IT company in Sri Lanka. So we have many such people who are actually graduates of SLIIT. As I mentioned to you, SLIIT offers you many extracurricular opportunities. And here are number of festivals that are fully led by our students. The students organize this, they look after everything. We provide some facilities and funding, and they also actually raise funding from various other sources. And you can see that you can have a very exciting student life at SLIIT by participating in various activities that our students offer. So this is what we all want. We want you to actually successfully complete your studies and graduate in 4 years. But before I conclude, I also want to say a few more things to you. As I told you that we are a unique institution. We are also an institution that value time, because time is the most important commodity we have. You cannot buy even a single second, even if you have $1 million. Time lost is lost forever. So please keep that in mind. I'll give you a good example. When COVID struck Sri Lanka, we were the first university to go online, and we did that within a couple of days. within under a week. We were delivering all our lectures to students online. We were the first to conduct online examinations in Sri Lanka with various software to make sure that the academic integrity is preserved. So our students actually did not lose a single day. In fact, during the 2 years of the COVID, we graduated almost 5,000 students without any major disruption. This is a message for you because, as I mentioned to you, at SLIIT, we want our students to value time. We don't want to see any disruption to your education. We want to make sure that you will actually graduate in 4 years as long as you meet the academic standards. We are also not a traditional ivory tower. In other words, we don't graduate students or we don't educate students to go and work for somebody else. There is a model that is very well established. You get a degree from a university, you get a job in the government, or you get a job in a company. But yes, that will continue. Some people will like that. But we want SLIIT students to be, or graduates to be entrepreneurs. We want you to start your own business and then start employing others also, because that is very important for the development of Sri Lanka. So we have an entrepreneurship culture in this university. We have an entrepreneurship center. We have what is called SLIIT Innovate, and you can work with them to actually get your startup company. There is another message I want to tell you, that from today onward, we consider you as a member of the SLIIT community. Now, as a member of SLIIT community, you also have a lot of responsibilities. In other words, you should learn to respect each other, practice good discipline, dress well, and commit to the values of SLIIT. Because we want you to be a brand ambassador for SLIIT. What you do inside the campus, what you do outside the campus actually reflects on SLIIT. So please keep that in mind. If you have any issues, don't hesitate to come and talk to us. In fact, we have representative from the student, so we have representatives from the student community here. And once you get started with your studies, you will come to know about them, and you can work with them. And in fact, one day some of you can become presidents of various student communities or secretaries and so on. So contribute to the student life also, and work with the administration to discuss your problems and to bring your challenges to us, so we can work together solutions for those problems. As I mentioned, get the maximum out of the resources that SLIIT provide to you. We have excellent sports facilities. We have a wonderful library. I think the best in Sri Lanka among all the universities in terms of that facility. You will see that. A lot of online resources. And we have a swimming pool, various other things. We have a career development center. You will hear about those later. So get the maximum out of those things. And make sure that when you are studying here, right, you get good grades, you participate in extracurricular activities, you develop your soft skills. Because when you go to the outside world, people look at much more than your grades. Yes, the grades are important, but you should be able to communicate well. You should be able to actually meet deadlines. You should be able to work in teams. These are very important things, and the university actually provides a good place for you to develop these skills. So, finally, let me congratulate you for getting selected to SLIIT, and I wish you all the best with your studies, and I hope to see you in about 4 years' time in this auditorium to receive your degrees. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Now, I would like to invite Professor Nuwan Kodagota, Pro Vice Chancellor of Faculty of Computing, to share some insights to the undergraduate study programs delivered at the faculty. Professor Nuwan Kodagota obtained his Bachelor of Science Honours degree and Master of Philosophy degree from the University of Moratuwa and was awarded his PhD from Sheffield Hallam University, United Kingdom. He joined academia in 2001 and has held positions of Chairman of Curriculum and Academic Quality Committee, Head of the Department of Information Technology, Head of the Department of Software Engineering, Head of the Department of Computer Science and Software Engineering, and the Dean of the Faculty of Computing before being promoted to Pro Vice Chancellor of Faculty of Computing. His research interests include the fields of algorithm design and optimization in parallel computing, machine learning, use and development of software engineering tools to improve the software development processes and e-learning. Sir, you're cordially invited to address the gathering.
Good afternoon, members of the head table, my dear students, and I think your parents can also see us. So let me also take this opportunity to welcome all of you to SLIIT. Now, there are students who are following business degrees and also computing degrees. So let me initially talk to you a little bit about computing. So the students who have selected computing, I think you have made the right choice because maybe IT might have been something interesting to you and also the stats shown here. So we, as Professor Rajapaksha mentioned, we are easily the largest faculty in Sri Lanka. Actually, we are reaching close to 14,000 students now. So we have about 170 staff members when we hire the new lot, and which among this we have 31 PhDs. And we also connect with professors from other parts of the world, renowned professors, and they help mentor our staff, and also they do talk to students as well. So let me introduce some of the key staff members. So Professor Pradeep Abhegunawardhan is the Dean, Faculty of Computing. Now, research plays a very important role in an undergraduate degree, and as all other faculties, computing also highlights the importance of research. And all of you will engage in a final year research project in the 4th year. So we have Professor Dasuni Navinna, who looks after research in the faculty. She is the Associate Dean Research. Then all the quality aspects of the courses that we have, the academic quality is handled by Professor Anuradha Karunasena, who is the Associate Dean Academic. And we have 5 departments. So as Professor Rajapaksha mentioned, like we have many centers. And in all of these centers, we run computing. So Dr. Samantha Rajapaksha, who is heading the Department of IT, actually is in the Matara Center right now. He is doing the inauguration there. We have Professor Anuradha Jayakodi, who is heading the Department of Computer Systems and Engineering. So if you are interested to do cyber security, information systems engineering, or computer systems and networking, or computer systems engineering degree, all of those programs are offered by his department. Dr. Samantha's department offers IT and interactive media. Then we have Dr. Kalpani Manatunga. I think she's not here. So in her department, she's heading the Department of Software Engineering, and if you're doing software engineering, you will fall under her department. We also have Dr. Jeevani Vamanusingha. So she's heading the Department of Computer Science. So if you're doing computer science or data science, they actually come into her department. Now, one very important person for you in the computing faculty is Dr. Namali Valgampaya. She's the first year division head. So all of you who are doing IT, irrespective of any specialization, she will take care of you in the first year. Because we realize most of you are coming from Sinhala, Tamil medium schools. So English might be a second language, and also there might be a few other challenges that you have adjusting to university life, because it's very different from school life. So at school, you had teachers, and of course you have tuition masters who would have told you about everything that you need to know. But here, you become independent learners in a university. So that transition can be a bit challenging sometimes. So that's why we have a separate first year division. We have Mr. Hemantha Muthu Kumarana, who is the Director of Administration. So if you want to talk to anyone with his non-academic related material, you can talk to him. We have Ms. Shalini Rupasingh, who is also here. We have a very brief orientation for your batch, and we start the semester in July 15, next Monday. So she looks after the orientation. Then another important person is Dr. Sanvita Kasturarachi. She is the Year 1 coordinator for the IT students. So if you're doing any of the specializations IT program, then she's the one that you have to reach out. And if there are any computer science or computer systems engineering students, then it is Mr. Jeevaka Pereira. So as shown like in this map, so we have computing students in Jaffna, Matara, in Kandy, and also Kurunegala. We also have a campus in Colombo as well. So if you are doing computing, you are either doing, most of you are doing the BSc Honours in IT degree. There are many specializations. There can be a few who are doing this other degree, which is only open for physical science students, BSc Honours in Computer Science and BSc Honours in Computer Systems Engineering. So if you compare these two specific degrees, of course, the difference is the second one is, has a hardware component. First one is mostly about software, programming, that kind of thing, right? So on the other hand, if you want to compare IT with the IT, any of these, like information systems engineering, cybersecurity, all of those things compared to the computer science and computer systems engineering, is the IT degree is a more applied degree. You learn things that are used in the industry, and whatever you learn, you can directly apply when you go for your internships in the third year. So during the third year, all of you have to go for a 6 months internship, even in the business faculty. So then these skills, you learn a lot of applied skills. And also when you graduate, you know the technology that is being used in the industry. So if you are going to do cybersecurity, whatever the things that the industry uses for cybersecurity, you will learn about that during your undergraduate course of study. So if I were to compare what these are, so I'll just list some of the names. You might notice there's a new name that you may have not seen. That's the last one. So that's a new specialization that we are offering, and you can, if you're doing computing, can take that also. That is artificial intelligence. So what happens, students, is like in this BSc Honours in IT program, the first 1.5 years or the first 3 semesters is common. So in the university system, you have a semester-based system. So every semester is 15 weeks, and you have 2 semesters per year. So the first 3 semesters, or the first 1.5 years, for all of these 8 specialization is common. So maybe right now you might have selected software engineering or interactive media or maybe data science, but when you move on to the second year, second semester, you can actually, with more informed information, decide what you want to do. So if you do well in your studies and you have good grades, you will not have an issue moving to the program that you want to move on to. So just to tell you what these programs are, I'm pretty sure you have heard about these. So software engineering is about developing software. Now, in order to develop software, you need to have people who gather the necessary requirements. So there are these job positions called business analyst. So that is covered under information systems engineering. So if you see a computer system, computer systems need to be installed, networks have to be set up, maybe on-premise, like in the organization, or maybe in the cloud. So those kinds of things are done by computer systems network graduates. Now, security is very important. Cyber security is important for everyone, but there needs to be key professionals in every organization who looks after IT solutions. It may be a bank, it can be just an IT company, or just a business organization. You need to have cyber security specialists. Now, data science and AI are very similar. So I'm sure you have heard about AI, ChatGPT and all these things that people talk about, generative AI. Now, the artificial intelligence program really looks at those kinds of jobs and developing new AI systems. But to develop AI systems, you need to have massive amounts of data. And this data needs to be properly curated, developed, cleaned. So then there are these jobs called data engineering related jobs. So this preparing data for training these large AI solutions or AI models is a very important component of AI, AI. And data science looks at a more focus on working with the large volumes of data. And those are the jobs that are right there that are available in the industry right now in AI, mostly in Sri Lanka. But in the future, of course, when you graduate, there will be more opportunities for developing new models and fine-tuning models, and that is perhaps where AI, the AI specialization would come in. But of course, you can decide this, 1.5 years into the future. Then we have interactive media. That is actually for people who are creative by nature and can develop, incorporate IT skills into creativity. And of course, we have the IT general degree as well. So these are the programs that you have. So the good news is, like, after 1.5 years of study, you can actually decide which one you want to do. Of course, you need to have good grades to go into some of these programs. Of course, as Professor Rajapaksa mentioned, these are approved by the ministries. We have master's programs. In fact, we will also have a master's in artificial intelligence when we get approval. There's a ministry visit happening on Thursday. We do have the highest qualification that you can get at a university, which is a PhD. So we have the following PhDs offered in the faculty. And we work very closely with the industry. So we have an industry engagement unit that works very closely with the industry. These are some of our partners. There are many. These are just a few. Now, the industry engagement units partners with these industries for several reasons. One is, of course, when you are in the third year, you have to do a 6 months internship. So to find placements, the company has to know about you, students, and also about the various programs that we have. So we collaborate with them. The other thing is, job markets change a lot. In computing, things change so rapidly. So we need to keep our curriculum up to date. So every faculty, including the business faculty, have 2 types of meetings with the industry. That one is called a department level DICB, Department Industry Consultative Board, and they also have a faculty level Industry Consultative Board. Here we actually talk to experts in the field. So in computing, we talk to the best people in the various industries. We also talk to other professors in other universities. And what we do is, like in the case of companies, we ask them about, okay, how are our graduates doing? What kind of internships that they are doing, and do they find certain things difficult? We also show them the curriculum and get updates on the curriculum every year. This way, we can ensure that our curriculum is up to date and our graduates are employable. So by the time they graduate, in fact, in all faculties, including business and computing, they already have jobs. Sometimes they have jobs even before they graduate. We also have various academies. So you might recognize some of their names, like Microsoft or NVIDIA. So NVIDIA actually is the company that has the GPU cards. We have Linux or maybe Cisco. So Cisco is a networking company. So these big organizations have academies. So what they allow us to do is now when you graduate, of course you need to develop the technical skills, and you will have a degree certificate indicating that you have completed a 4-year degree. But in addition, these different organizations, they also have certifications. So certifications in AWS. AWS is a cloud provider. Will tell you that you have the necessary competency or skill level to operate their cloud operations. Or maybe if it is Oracle, Oracle looks after Java language. So you can get various Java programming language certification through Oracle Academy. So by linking up with these academies, computing and other students have the opportunity to learn about these technologies and get valuable certifications well before you graduate. So that when you go to the industry and when you go for interviews, you have the degree certificate with you, and also you have these different certifications that are relevant to your field. So I think Professor Rajapaksa talked about our library. We have a very impressive library. And I want to show you one digital library that we have. This is common and very useful for both business and computing students. So O'Reilly is a very famous publisher, and they have over 30,000 books in computing and business, and they have over 60,000 hours of video. So as students joining the Faculty of Computing and also Faculty of Business, or School of Business rather, you will get access to this. And we are giving these resources to you so that you can leisurely go through recommended books, recommended courses, even at home. Now, Professor Rajapaksa talked about 2 important skill sets that you need to have. Soft skills, that is, he talked about communication skills, and also working in teams, team skills. They are essential to the workplace. Other than your technical skills, you need to be a very good communicator. You need to be able to talk to people. You need to be able to work in a team. You'll never work alone in an organization when you get a job. The other important thing is to be a lifelong learner. In computing, things change so rapidly. So, if you have been looking at the news and how AI has been changing, every week there's a very big breakthrough that is happening, new products coming up. So you need to be able to learn new things by yourself. So being a lifelong learner is a very important skill for any undergraduate. So we will use resources like this. And in your courses, in computing, for example, all the subjects, you will have 4 subjects. Each subject will have some resource material in this O'Reilly account. And your lecturers will ask you to do some reading and then come for the lectures. So that way you get to learn to be a lifelong learner from year 1, semester 1 onwards, right? So that's a very important skill that you need to have. We also have other platforms like this Center for Open and Distance Education, where you can learn various things. So if you are really curious to learn about how AI really works, and if you want to develop your own AI model, you don't have to wait till the second year, second semester, if you are computing students, to learn about AI/ML. Instead, you can go there. In this site, this is freely available to anyone. You don't have to be a SLIIT student to use this. You can create an account, and then there are some courses in AI. I think we will have some courses in cybersecurity, and there are a few others that we have in the pipeline. So this is, once again, an opportunity for you to learn stuff on your own and become a lifelong learner. So we are very proud of our students. So on the left side, you can see our students winning, becoming runners-up in 2022. Professor Rajapaksa also showed some of the teams in 2023, and this is a more recent set of photos. I think these were also shown. So this is a few months ago. 2 of our groups became worldwide semi-finalists in the Imagine Cup for 2024. And Imagine Cup is run across all the countries, so there are about 200 countries participating. And in Sri Lanka, there were only 2 teams, and these were the only 2 teams from Sri Lanka, the 2 SLIIT teams that were the semi-finalists. Unfortunately, they didn't win, but I hope someone from your batch might actually bring the necessary honors when you have the time. So students usually compete in these competitions when they are in the 3rd year, 4th year. We have many events. Please participate. Every specialization has their own society or student community. So the Faculty of Computing has over 12 different student communities. We have the main faculty student community and the cybersecurity student community. Then we have the data science student community. All are active. Now these student groups help you to build the very important soft skills like communication skills. They will be platforms for you to develop your team skills. So other than your studies, now we will actually help you to develop your soft skills through the subjects that we have. So for example, if you are computing students, there is a subject called Fundamentals of Computing, where you work with 6 members. From week 1, you will work on a project. You will be given a team, and that team will work throughout the 15 weeks of the semester, and you will develop a tangible, real-world project. And then there will be a project showcase where you show to everyone what you have done. The same thing is there for computer science and computer systems engineering students through a module called computational thinking. So we provide you, and the business school also has many opportunities where they will provide you to work together in groups and develop these team skills, and also develop communication skills and also leadership skills, which are really essential in the workforce today. So please participate in those subjects, and also, subjects, of course, you don't have a choice, but then these other extracurricular activities that are there. These are some snapshots from CodeFest. That's the premier competition that the Faculty of Computing has. This is a celebration of coding. So now if you haven't competed, or maybe if you have as students, you can compete as tertiary level students. And as Professor Rajapaksa mentioned, we have over 40,000 alumni. The computing faculty, we started SLIIT with the computing faculty, so our IT program is over 25 years old. So these are, I think, these names he mentioned. I want to highlight the 3rd person, Dilishan Silva, mainly because he got his PhD very early on. So somewhere about 12, 13 years ago, he got his PhD from Imperial College London. So that's a very prestigious university. We have many who have done PhDs. So the semester, as I said, is 15 weeks long. And you might guess that there are final exams. So you are right, there are final exams for every subject. each semester there are 4 subjects in computing, but there are also a lot of other assessments. So in the 8th or the 9th week, you have midterms, but then there are projects. There are also take-home assignments. There are also on-class tests that are there. So you need to continuously attend your sessions. You get about 20 to 22 hours of contact hours, direct teaching contact hours per week in computing, because every subject has 2-hour lectures, 1-hour tutorial, or there can be a workshop instead of the tutorial. You will have also 2 hours lab. So usually about 5 hours of work is there for every subject. So that's around 20 hours of direct contact hours where you work with a lecturer or instructor. So the important thing is we recognize some of these things can be challenging initially to you, maybe the language or maybe it's maths. So please talk to us. So we have, you will meet instructors, assistant lecturers, and many other staff. So we are all here, not only in computing, in business, and also other faculties. Also, all the staff are there to help you. The Faculty of Computing also has a student support system where you can come and talk to us. And we will also have help desk. So Dr. Namali Valagampai will tell you more about those things at a later session. So these are some of the key people, if you are in the Faculty of Computing, that you need to remember or note when you have some difficulty. And we will have further sessions where you get to know their contact details. So I want to wish you all the very best in your studies. Do well, study well, come for your lectures, and if whenever you need help, please reach out. It doesn't matter which faculty you belong to. Go to the staff of your faculty, and we are a very student-friendly university, so the staff are here to help you out. So I wish you all the very best, and hope to see you here in this auditorium during your convocation 4 years from now. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Next, I would like to invite Professor Suren Peter, Dean of SLIIT Business School, to share some insights to the undergraduate study programs delivered at the School of Business. Prior to joining SLIIT, Professor Suren Peter was attached to the Department of Industrial Management at University of Kelaniya and has served as the head of the Department of Industrial Management, the postgraduate course coordinator for master's program reviewer for Quality Assurance Accreditation Council of the UGC, conference chair of the inaugural SCSE International Conference, chief editor, editorial board member, and reviewer for international and local journals and conferences. He has served and is currently serving on the board of directors of a number of private corporates and chairs of a number of subcommitments as well. He has served as a consultant with UNIDO, UNDP, and for several local corporates and government bodies. His research interests are in capital markets, corporate finance, behavioral finance, privatization, and corporate restructuring, portfolio management, and learning. Sir, you're cordially invited to address the gathering.
Senior Deputy Vice Chancellor and Provost Professor Nima Rajapaksha, Pro Vice Chancellor Computing Professor Nuwan Kodagoda, Chief Administrative Officer Mr. Bandara, directors, colleagues, parents, and my dear students. On behalf of the SLIIT Business School, let me warmly congratulate you on being selected to be part of the SLIIT student community. A very warm congratulations to each and every one of you, though whether you are in computing or in business, for completing the advanced level exam, which is one of the most difficult exams that you can endure. So very, very warm congratulations on your achievement, and be very, very proud that you have achieved that distinguished mark. Your achievements, while we appreciate that you have done your work, your achievements are also due to other people's input into your life, whether it's be your parents, your grandparents, your brothers and sisters, and importantly, your teachers as well. And while you celebrated your success, I hope that you took time to thank all those who contributed to your success. Your next phase of this journey begins today. Your successes, you have to put it back into the back burner because your new life, your new phase of the new phase of your career starts tomorrow. So while celebrating your past success, you have to reset your expectations and your goals because you are beginning this new important phase of your journey. We would also like to congratulate you on your choice of the university that you have chosen. As Professor Rajapaksha said, you had a wide variety of choices, but being here says that you have taken time to evaluate your different options and looked at the key criteria that will help you to become successful in your life. And I believe you looked at the ranking of the university, you looked at the quality and experience of the academic staff, you looked at the research output that is coming out of the universities, and importantly, you also looked at the infrastructure facilities. And I believe when you evaluate the different competitors who are giving you this option, you believe that SLIIT meets and exceeds all these criteria that you have set up. And therefore, you have made a right choice in selecting SLIIT, and in our case, the SLIIT Business School. On our part, at the SLIIT Business School and at SLIIT, we are committed, passionate, and we want to be involved in helping you become the best that you can be. We will push you, we will coax you in order to push the boundaries that you may have built for yourself, because we believe that your potential is far beyond those boundaries that you have initially thought and you have initially set for yourself. And therefore, we will facilitate your growth over the next 4 years, and we believe that we will make you better people who will contribute not only to the development of yourself, but also to your family, to society, to the nation, and to the world as well. As adults, as you are now, you have freedom, but remember you also have responsibility. Responsibility to yourself, to your parents, to your school, to society, and to the world. And therefore, please take that responsibility seriously. And as Professor Nuwan mentioned as well, please make sure that you demonstrate professionalism, ethical behavior, and values that we at SLIIT cherish and value. And therefore, we would like to see you succeed in life together with those attributes as well. I will take you through some of the few slides just to illustrate the specific programs and the strengths that the SLIIT Business School has. The vision and mission statement is stated here, but I just want to highlight a couple of things. Digital presence, we believe that technology and management go hand in hand, and therefore we want our business graduates to be tech-savvy, to be able to use the appropriate technology in order to aid managerial decision-making. We also are committed to research, and as Professor Rajapaksha mentioned, we are ranked very highly in terms of our research. And also, we want to emphasize sustainable business practices as well. If you look at the key attributes of the SLIIT Business School, we have about 16 different programs, undergraduate and postgraduate, and we have a full spectrum of management degree programs that any business school worldwide will offer. We have grown from initial beginnings of 30 students in 2007 to over 2,700 students. The Faculty of Computing is the largest faculty, and the business faculty is the second largest faculty here and growing rapidly. We have 47 full-time staff members. We have 15 of them with PhDs, and we have 10 professors. As you can see, the numbers are very, very good in terms of the faculty strength. We also have access to overseas professors through our honorary professor network, and we also closely work with our corporate partners, which you will see, and also the professional bodies as well. If I were to introduce to you some of our faculty administration team members, we have Dr. Mano Valigodapola, who is the Associate Dean of the SLIIT Business School. We have Professor Ruan Jayatilaka, who is the Head of Department of Information Management. We have Professor Nisha Jayasuriya, who is the Head of Department of Business Management. We have Ms. Kolini Vikramachi, who is the Year 1 Coordinator. We have Ms. Madara Jayasinghe, who is the Orientation Coordinator. And I would also like to introduce to you Ms. Sarah Pereira, who is the President of the SLIIT Business School student community as well. The Bachelor of Business Administration is a 4-year honors program. Similar to computing, after 1.5 years, you have the option of specializing in 8 different areas. We have the traditional business specializations like accounting and finance, marketing, human capital management, business management, but we also have new areas like business analytics, logistics and supply chain management, management information systems, and quality management as well. So we have a wide array of areas where you can choose to specialize. On top of that, we have foreign degree programs that you can participate in as well. We have programs from the University of Queensland, which is a 1+2 program where you can do the first year here and then transfer to University of Queensland to complete the degree program in Australia. We also have programs with Liverpool John Moores University, UK, which is a 2+1 program where you can do 2 years here, and then you have the option of completing the 3rd year here, but you also have the option of completing the 3rd year in the UK as well. The other extra advantage of doing the LJMU, the Liverpool John Moores program, is also, that's a 3-year program. You could also do a dual degree where you can complete your LJMU program and then do an extra year, and you also could have the SLIIT degree program as well. So a lot of people complete in their 4 years 2 degree programs if you go that path. So you have a lot of options in terms of the type of programs that you want to pursue. We also have a fashion business and management program from the Manchester Metropolitan University, UK as well. On top of that, we have many transfer programs with some of the top universities in different parts of the world, Australia, Canada, UK, USA, France, etc., where after getting 1 year or 2 years of the BBA program, you can transfer out to any of these top universities, and they will accept the credits that you have earned as well. As I mentioned, we are very, very, very closely connected with most of the professional bodies in Sri Lanka, CIMA, CIPM, Chartered Institute, ACCA, CFA, Six Sigma Institute, Sri Lanka Institute of Marketing, etc. So depending on the type of professional body, we have different relationships, and you can get fee waivers, scholarships, all kinds of benefits that you might want on top of your degree program. So ideally, we would like to encourage all our students to get at least a part qualification in terms of the professional bodies when you graduate with your BBA degree as well, because that will give you an extra edge when you go to the marketplace. We are very much connected to the corporates in Sri Lanka, some of the top corporates. We have very, very close relationship with them, and I've listed some of them here, and these are only a few of the partners that we engage in. We also make an effort to bring out senior industry personnel from industries into our degree program, either guest lecture program or to teach part of a program in order to give you a mix between industry and academia. As the other speakers mentioned as well, we believe that it's very, very important not only to get academically skilled, but you also need all-round competencies in different areas in order to succeed in your professional career. And therefore, we give you many, many opportunities to take up leadership positions, be part of a team, to get involved in managing projects through different initiatives, SLIIT Talks, our talent show, our conference, Lantharuma, which is one of our main events, among others. On top of this, we also have many, many events done by the different bodies in the different faculties, and also by the overall student body of SLIIT as well. So we also are very much involved in actively encouraging our students to take part in different competitions. We are very proud to say that last year, two of our groups, the Unilever Challenge, which was open to all the universities, one of our student groups became the first runner-up. And even in a travel tech challenge where they had to come up with a business idea and develop a prototype using different IT tools, one of our teams also came the runners-up as well. So we encourage our students to go out and compete with the best out there, whether it's Sri Janapura University or Columbia University or University of Moratuwa, and our students have shown that they are capable of exceeding or going beyond those universities as well. So we encourage such participation as well going forward. Our students ultimately define what our school is, and we are very proud to say that our students have done us very proud, and they are in very prominent areas. Our acceptance rates of our graduates and our average starting salaries are on the way up, and they are competing with the very best out there. Once again, on behalf of the entire team, let me congratulate you and wish you the very best and a productive stay here during the next 4 years. And we hope to see you in the next 4 years at the same premises when you graduate as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Next on the agenda is the address by Mr. Chaminda Liuke Bandara, Acting Chief Academic Affairs Officer and Chief Technology Officer of SLIIT. He is a senior IT professional offering over 25 years of extensive experience, including nearly 20 years of senior management roles in premier business conglomerates in Sri Lanka, in large financial, telecommunication, retail and manufacturing companies in the Middle East and in the US. He holds a BSc Engineering Honours degree in Computer Science and Engineering, and an MBA in Information Technology, both from the University of Moratuwa, and many other professional IT certifications in IT Service Management, cybersecurity, and technology implementation and management from renowned IT bodies around the world. He possesses a rare blend of analytical skills, technical acumen, and management and leadership capabilities. His areas of expertise include architecturing IT infrastructure, IT service management, business systems design and management, IT governance, technology security and risk management, disaster recovery, and business continuity. He joined SLIIT as the Director of Information Technology and currently holds the position of Acting Chief Academic Affairs Officer and Chief Technology Officer. Sir, you're cordially invited to address the gathering.
Good afternoon, members of the head table, parents, and my dear students. Let me also join the previous speakers in extending a warm welcome to you. Today marks a significant milestone in your life. As you embark on a new journey, your commitment, your dedication, your attention to detail, and your performances will define and shape your future. So I encourage all of you to give your very best and become a well-rounded global professional. During my brief speech, I will explain to you the support system that we have put in place at SLIIT to help you get there. Soon you will be starting the orientation program. It will be a very brief one this time, but during the orientation program, we have the Campus Navigate, where we will take you through the campus, introduce you to the facilities that are there, and also we will get into the details of some of the services that we offer to you. As a student of SLIIT, you are entitled for additional benefits. You all will be part of the Microsoft 365 academic platform, through which you will get genuine Microsoft licenses for MS Office that can be installed on your own device. Also, as part of this subscription, you are entitled for cloud storage on OneDrive and SharePoint. You will get your own email address. You will have access to Microsoft Teams and other Microsoft Power Tools. So please make use of these tools during your stay at SLIIT. So these are some of the services that we offer to our students: student support, counseling, career guidance, extracurricular activities, financial support, and so on. I will get to the details as we go on. So student support is available in many different forms at SLIIT. So when you have a query, a concern, or clarification, you can log into our online portal, support.sliit.lk, and log your query, and there will be a person to respond. Also, we have the hotline 0117 544 910, and if you want to talk to someone, you can basically call on this hotline. And for some reason, if you want to meet support in person, our Student Services Division, which is headed by Ms. Ranmini Unanthan, who's seated there, she's the Director, Student Services and Experience. They are located on the first floor of this building, and there will be agents to meet and talk to. We also understand that most of you must have done your initial studies either in Sinhala or in Tamil. And when you come here and start studying in English, you may encounter difficulties. To assist you with this, we have the English help desk, which is in the second floor of the main building. And on top of all these, as mentioned by the previous speakers, we have plenty of support from the faculties for all academic-related issues. So SLIIT Malabey campus is located in a 25-acre area, and we offer state-of-the-art facilities to our students. We have a well-being center, gymnasium, medical center, student development center, a fantastic library as mentioned earlier, and we also have Wi-Fi access across the campus. We believe having a healthy mind is very important as you continue your studies. To support you with this, we have the Wellbeing Center. We call it the Helping Hands. So when you have a problem, it could be a personal problem or academic problem, and if you feel like talking to someone, we have the clinical psychologist to talk to. We have the medical center also located in level 2 of the main building. Our medical officer, Dr. Dhananjay Bulatwata, is available for free consultation. And we do offer some medication free of charge to our students. The Student Development Center is the bridge between the academic community and the industry. So this unit will organize seminars, workshops, and they will bring down professionals from the industry to talk to you. So these professionals will give you insights about the current industry trends and what the employers would look for when you graduate and go to the industry. So it's important that you be in touch with the industry and make use of these opportunities to do that. Also, this unit organizes the annual Career Week, where we get the companies in the industry to set up stalls here. They will set up stalls and start interviewing you, and if you possess the right skills, you could get employment with these companies. This is specifically applicable for students who are in the 3rd and 4th year of studies. And in the past, we have seen many students taking advantage of this and getting employment much before they graduate. So we do have over 20 plus sports, so there are plenty to choose from. And we have facilities for all these sports. We have a large playground, large swimming pool, badminton court, tennis court, basketball court, and so on. In addition to these facilities, we have the coaches to support you. So even if you have not done a sport during your school days, you still can get engaged in a sport at SLIIT. And I encourage all of you to make use of these facilities and be part of at least one sport. We do have clubs and societies devoted to different subjects. And we also have the Student Interactive Society, which is the main student body of SLIIT. In addition to this, we have the student communities from the faculties also. These bodies are there to link the students with the academic and administrative staff of SLIIT. So if you have a problem, and if you don't want to come out open as an individual, you can raise it through the student bodies and get the attention of the SLIIT staff. These clubs and societies also organize various events, and you can take part in these events by getting engaged with them. So we offer most of our services online. In fact, SLIIT is one of the pioneering institutes to offer online education platforms and tools to our students, including virtual laboratories. So we have a very robust learning management system. We call it the CourseWeb. This is where we publish all the course material and the notices. So these are very, very important portal for you. Also, we do record all the lectures, and we publish them online on our EduScope platform. As mentioned earlier, some of our library services are also offered as e-services. Then we have the student portal. This is also a very important portal for you. You can access it at student360.sliit.lk. This is where you get to see your entire profile, from your personal details to your registrations, your marks, your exam hall allocations, your payments, and so on. And as mentioned earlier, we offer the student support also as an online portal. We also offer a number of scholarships to our students. If you have done exceedingly well in your advanced level examination, you could be part of the A-level top performer scholarship, where we waive off the full tuition fee for all 4 years. If you have done well in your school at sports and extracurricular activities, you could be entitled for scholarships as well. After you become a student, if you do well in your academic semester, top 1% of the students get to study the next semester free of charge. Also, if you represent SLIIT in sports and extracurricular activities, you could be entitled for scholarships. On top of all this, we have the industry-sponsored scholarships, where they will give you internships and employment opportunities, and in return, they will pay your tuition fees. So if you are a top performer, there are plenty of financial support that is available. Then we have a shuttle bus service that is starting from popular destination from Kolpiti, Nigambu, Jayal, and so on. So if you are in the vicinity of these locations, you can make use of this service to travel to SLIIT. The registration is again based on an online portal. Once you register, you will get a QR code to access the service. You can be an expert in your chosen field of study, but if you don't have self-control and if you are not responsible for your actions, you will not go too far. As SLIIT, we take discipline very seriously, and we emphasize that you maintain good discipline at all times. This has helped us to provide you uninterrupted education over the last 25 years. All the rules, regulations, and guidelines are outlined in the student rule book, which can be accessed on the course web. So I encourage all of you to go through the student rule book, understand the rules, guidelines, and regulations, and be responsible for your actions. With that, I will wind up my brief speech, and I hope you will have a great time with us at SLIIT, and wish you all the very best. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. With that, we come to the end of today's proceedings. Before we conclude, I wish to share the following announcements from the organizers. After this session, you will be guided to the exits for your refreshments. Please produce the refreshments tokens given to you when obtaining those refreshments. Your orientation timetable, program timetable for the session starting from 9th July has been emailed to your personal email addresses. Please check the timetable and attend lecture sessions to complete your orientation program successfully. Dear participants and undergraduates of July Intake 2024, remember that every expert was once a beginner. There are no limits to what you can achieve from today onwards. As you all set out on this incredible journey that will help to shape the thinkers, citizens, professionals, and difference makers, we want all of you to know that the entire SLIIT community is here to support, guide, and encourage you as you commit to study here and reach greater heights. Once again, welcome to SLIIT. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the national anthem.
Sri Lanka.